Do you think it's fair to get taxed on money you haven't earned yet?
I think the Australian government's one of the biggest rip-offs. They don't even use it right. So no, I don't think. I think there is a level where it will be fair because they've got to keep a country running. But at the same time, when you've got 50% of what you make being done, no, definitely not.
But like I'm talking about at the moment, there's a new law about taxing unrealized gains, which means that yeah, something goes up in value, but you don't actually receive the money for it, and the government wants to be able to tax you and actually charge you physical dollars for it.
No, that's a sign of a poorly run government. They're basically trying to get their hands on our money. Do not agree with it at all.
And do you think they'll impact businesses and investments in Australia?
Oh, definitely. So you look at US investors, you look at not just US, but anywhere else. Why would they come here and have 50% of what they're making taken off them when our economy is already at a point where we're not that profitable in the world market? So why would they come and invest money here when you can lose 50% of it? So it is going to heavily affect the way that not only investors, but businesses are run here in Australia.
Yeah, and for businesses, there was recently an increase in the Fair Work decision about the minimum wage, which is well above inflation. What impact do you see that having?
Absolutely massive. So when you look at it's a dog chasing its tail, you increase the wage of an employee. What that's going to do is increase the cost that the business now has to charge on. So they increase their product. But who's the consumer of the product? Is the worker. So you've got a dog chasing its tail. I don't think increasing the wage is the way to go. I think the government needs to be more smart in the way they do it.
Have you ever received a surprise tax bill?
As in one that I didn't see coming.
Yeah.
In my game, unlikely. However, I have seen that they've made adjustments where it's a surprise going, well, okay, that's different. But again, that's where the weight of a good tax account comes into play as well.
So you've always worked with a good accountant, and those adjustments have been good adjustments in your favour? Or?
Always in my own favour. When you look at entrepreneurship, definitely. And I mean, accountants, there are so many accountants, 9 out of 10 are just donkey accountants that they're reactive. You just give them there, they take their money, they don't do it. However, finding a decent accountant is the hardest thing.
Yeah. And with that, when is the best time to plan your taxes? Before the end of the financial year or after the end of the financial year?
Don't do what every business does. So when it comes to the end of the financial year, don't panic and then do it then. You should be doing it on a weekly basis. If your accountant's not meeting you monthly and going, okay, here's where it is, here's how I can improve, here's how we're doing it, they're not worth their weight. However, your accountant should be making more money than they're costing. So they cost you 10 grand, they should be saving you 20. So when you look at taxes, it should be done both weekly and quarterly. If you're not doing that level, you're not keeping an eye on your numbers and business properly.
Yeah. So get a good accountant that sits with you either monthly or quarterly.
Definitely.
Plus, their fees tax deductible, so you get,
Definitely. Everything's tax deduction. Yeah. But an accountant, if I had a good accountant, they'd be saving me money. They'd be giving me advice on how I can make it better. And they'd be sitting down every month, not me following them. They should be calling saying, book in your call. Most accountants, even when they do sit down, they go, here's where you're at. What do you want to do? Aren't you paying consultants to be good at what they do? So definitely be sitting down regularly,